I personally think a lead is more important. That's what I think. But if you were to ask me, I would say like as a holistic like prescription, I think it depends on what kind of like who you are and how you operate your business, right? Because there are some people that have no business getting leads and they might as well just cut straight to the sale. Because truth be told, the lead will just, you might as well wrap it up and throw it in the back of the storage unit because they're not going to touch it again. Like,
so they're irresponsible with their leads.
They're irresponsible with them, so they might as well not get them. They would like just go straight for the sale. And I think it probably vets out that they probably figured that out along the way, and that's why they do that. But I personally think, and I would say, from what I know and some of the conversations I've had, I would bet virtually every big business that we just talked about cares way more about leads than they do about customers.
Mark?
100% agreed. I look at if you can, for your own business, the thing that I would encourage you to do is look at a lead as though it were an undervalued stock. I had a friend tell me about Microsoft in the early 90s. I want to say it was around $7 a share. And I didn't know anything about the stock market. And he's like, I'm telling you, you want to get in this thing. And next thing you know, it was $17. And then it was $27. And then it was $29. And, and then on and on and on. I think this morning, Microsoft is, $447 a share, and split adjusted or not being split adjusted, it's probably, $2,000 a share.
I was going to say, how many times has it split since then?
So you have to look at a lead as though it is a sale that has just not matured yet. And so people that burn leads and ignore leads they're money criminals. Because if you, that's really what you are. You're literally, you may as well be setting money on fire. If you're in the mortgage business, every time you ignore a lead, you're burning up $50 or $60 bill. If you're in the insurance business, every time you burn a lead, you're burning up a $35 bill. And you know what it is for your business, yep. And so you got to figure out what that number is. But if you ignore a lead, you're totally turning your back on the equivalent of, early stage Microsoft or Amazon. And here's the thing about it is those leads, when I say burning a lead, I mean reaching out to them unprepared to offer them value. I mean reaching out to them and being cavalier with their time. That's what burning a lead is. It's just not being skilled enough to help them. Ignoring a lead is just that. Collecting it and doing absolutely nothing with it. Oh my gosh, it's probably the worst sin in the world. Or trying to prejudge it. Well, you know what? They're in XYZ zip code. They don't really do a lot of business with me. Or I noticed that phone number was from Los Angeles and I don't have any customers in Los Angeles. You can't do that. You have to literally turn over every stone. And so the lead ultimately is not only more valuable than the sale, the lead is the most valuable sale.
I agree. And that's funny. Like the phone number thing is funny because obviously we have that gym, we have a gym. And so I have a phone, we have a company line and it's attached to my cell phone. Well, I screen calls on my phone like you wouldn't believe. But on that phone, I pick up every single, if I see the phone ringing, I pick it up no matter what. And half the time, guess what? It's a telemarketer or it's somebody trying to sell me something that I don't need. But because I value the lead, I pick up the phone no matter 100%. What. I don't care what the zip code is. It does not matter because we have at least, I want to say I've had at least 4 or 5 sales from people that have moved to the area. So guess what? They don't have the area code that's the same. So not thinking, not even processing that and being like, oh yeah, it's telemarketer. Such a bad idea. So it's funny. I think what you said, people know the cost of their lead, but I would challenge people to know, do you know the lifetime value of your customer? Right? Because if you know that, then what is your lead worth, right?
100%.
It might cost you $50 to get a lead,
Yep.
But if your lifetime value is 1,000, you're killing the game.
You really are.
You're killing the game. And so like you have a Starbucks cup there. I remember like, and I don't remember what book it's from, but I was listening to a book. This was years ago. And somebody was talking about like why lifetime value is so important to know. And they basically gave the example of Starbucks, and Starbucks knows that their lifetime value of a customer is like $14,000.
Is that true for you, Mark?
Which
Are you a
is-
$14,000 Starbucks?
It's like
Right.
crack in a cup.
Right. Right. But okay, but think about that. They like if they know that their lifetime value of a customer is $14,000, they know that they can spend a whole bunch of money on getting a lead, right? That's why they give away free stuff. That's why, like big companies, why do they do crazy raffles and do crazy stuff like that? We're going to give away a $2 million house. Why would you do that? Oh, because they know the more people they can get on
Once
that
they've
list
got
to
you.
market to, it makes sense. So, anyways, like I leads are crazy valuable as long as you know what to do with them.
Agreed. Agreed. Like beauty is in the eye of the beholder. The value of the lead is in the skill level of the person whose hands it's in.